Hey there, Dr. Dave, the RV dummy, and this could be the most important RV video you ever watch, so stay tuned. Hey there, RV dummy, back with you. How are you doing? I'm going to share with you why this could be your best year ever to RV. And we're going to go over some things with you, and I'm going to go ahead and not only change your RV life, hopefully, but maybe change your entire life. Because I'm going to share some things with you that I'm going to recommend that you do once you're on the road RVing. And I've got some notes in front of me, so sorry. So I want to make sure I cover everything. So first of all, let's talk about if you don't even have an RV yet. If you don't have an RV yet, now is the time to get one. Because why? Well, the main reason is you're not getting any younger. And if you keep thinking about this and contemplating and putting it off and coming up with reasons why you need to wait and do more research and figure out the best one, you're never, ever, ever going to get into it. So the way I normally do things in my life, I do some research, but I don't go crazy. I don't obsess over it, and I go ahead and I take the plunge. And have I ever been wrong? Yeah. Have I ever made mistakes? Of course. But if you don't get into it, you will never know whether you're right or wrong, because you'll just be sitting on the sidelines for a long time, or possibly for the rest of your life, while we're all out there on the road having a fantastic time RVing all over the place. So I'm telling you, now is the time for you to get into it. But one caveat here. You have to be able to afford it. And if you're not sure, I want you to go back and watch one of my previous videos. What is the true cost of RVing, or can I afford to RV, something like that. Just go back in my library and watch, because they're very, very important. Because no matter what I say here, I don't want you to get in over your head with some type of financial craziness and buy something that you can't afford. But having said that, I believe on some level, there's something out there for you. I've got a friend of mine who was really strapped for cash, and he didn't have much money, but he wanted to get into RVing. And what he did, he went on Craigslist and found a really, really inexpensive, some type of a trailer. And it wasn't really even made to be an RV. It wasn't made to like live in or sleep in. But he gutted this trailer out and somehow wired it for electricity and put a refrigerator, and he slept on a sleeping bag, and he had like a little portable toilet, and that became his RV until he could afford something better. So again, don't get in over your head. Only buy what you can afford to buy. And again, I recommend, highly recommend, I've done 2 videos on the true cost of RVing, and I think the other one is called something like, Can I Afford an RV? Something like that. But go back and view both of those, because they are very, very important. So that's for people, that's for you if you have not yet gotten into RVing. But what I'm going to say now is, it's time to, what I'm going to recommend is, it's finally time to get out of your comfort zone and really, I mean seriously, explore this beautiful country of ours. I see too many people, and I'm not knocking this by any stretch of the imagination, but too many people take up like a season. They pay for a whole season, and they take their rig to a campground and pretty much park it there for an entire season. And I'm not saying that's bad. It's definitely one style of RVing, but they really are not able to. They drive around in their car a little bit where they're parked, but they're not able to really take their rig on the road and see everything. I mean, this country is vast, diverse, with beauty all over the place. And so I'm one that believes I don't just stay in one place. I go all over, from the east to the west, to the north, to the south. Coming up this coming spring, Yoko and the RV Dummy are going to be going on a really nice state of Florida tour. And so in doing so, we're going to be traversing a lot of the mid-Atlantic states, Maryland, Virginia, where do we go? North Carolina, South Carolina. There's some beauty in all those states. Georgia, down into the beautiful state of Florida. And we're going to take some time and really explore. Now, if we were just camped at a campground for a season, we couldn't do that. So again, I'm not knocking that lifestyle. It's kind of like having a, when you keep your Class A at a campground for a whole season, it's kind of like having a summer home. It's kind of like having a second home, a vacation home, if you will. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the RV Dummy is recommending get out on the road and explore everything. And right now, as I record this, gas prices are way, way down. Now, there's no guarantee they're going to stay like that. And the cost of fuel should not really dictate how much RVing or how little RVing you're doing. I mean, once you get into RVing, you have to realize that there are going to be fluctuations, and yes, I said fluctuations, in fuel prices all the time. I mean, as I said, as I'm recording this right now, fuel is dirt cheap, but 2 months from now, if you're viewing this, or a year from now, or whenever it might be, because this is evergreen, it stays up forever, the gas prices might be through the roof, so we don't know. So again, check out my video on the true cost of RVing, because you've got to factor fuel into RVing. What's next on my list? Let me cheat right here. What do I have right here? What do I have? Yeah, so the next thing is make the road your home. Enjoy the road. Enjoy everything the road has to offer. There's so many advantages. As you know, Yoko and I, the RV Dummy, we travel around with our cat, Boo Boo. Air travel these days has gotten to be crazy expensive, crowded, lines, anxiety. It's just, I don't like air. I have to do air travel sometimes for work these days still, but I don't really love air travel. And there's nothing like getting out on the road with your loved ones, including your furry pets or whoever you may have with you, and taking the trip at your pace, stopping along the way, smelling the coffee, noticing everything, being mindful. In my yoga class, my yoga teacher teaches us to be mindful, mindfulness. Look at everything around you. See what's out there, the beauty, the nature. Touch your hand on the steering wheel. Be mindful of that. Notice everything around you. When you're in a plane, 30,000 feet around there, 30 to 40,000 feet above the planet, the only thing you can really notice is the person who reclines their chair into your knees, and you've got no room, and you're spilling drinks all over the place, and you don't even have room to put your computer up and do any work. That's the only thing you really notice. In an RV, it's different. Take it at your pace. Enjoy the road. Do whatever you want. What else do I have here? One more thing I want to share with you. I want you to set goals right now. I'm filming this towards the end of a year and beginning of a new year. I'm not even going to give the year because, again, this stays evergreen and people will hopefully be watching this 10 years from now. So I don't want to date it with a year. But let's just say we're getting ready. We're at the holidays and we're getting ready to turn over to a new year. And it's a great time that I and my wife Yoko write down our goals for the upcoming year, what we want to do. Not only where we want to RV, and we've got a great list. And by the way, I'm going to keep posting this out there and throwing. And so if we're RVing somewhere, traveling, and you're on our route, we'd love to meet you. Even if it means stopping and shaking your hand or giving you a hug or having a cup of coffee with you, we'd love to meet you. We really would. But set goals. What do you want to do? I found in my life that nothing really gets done unless you think about it, write it down, and study it. Study your goals. Don't just write them down and forget about them. And this goes for everything besides RVing. I write down financial goals at the beginning of a year, business goals, family goals. Who do I want to visit? Who do I want to spend time with? Where do I want to go? I write down all types of goals, and Yoko and I spend a lot of time all year long reviewing our goals and updating them, editing as needed. And that's how I've gotten to where I am, living a life that I want to live and living a life that is perfect for me and enjoying almost every day. I mean, I'm human, and if I'm not honest with you and tell you that I go through things just like you and everybody else. We're human. We have things that come up in our lives. But for the most part, life is really great because of goal setting. I'm going to share one more thing with you, and this is not really RV related before I leave you today, but two things that have really helped me over the past several months. I mean, seriously helped me. The news is crazy. The news on TV and in the paper, it's generally, and online, it's generally bad. It's the political situation. It's just crazy. And I used to immerse myself in it and really be on top of everything. But it's gotten so crazy, and the country is so divided. I stopped watching the news. I just turned it off, shut it down, turned it off, and I will tell you, my life has gotten so much more peaceful because I used to think that I could help and I could do something. And sure, my vote counts, and I still will vote, of course. But I'm one person, and if I obsess over what's going on in this world and country, it's not helping my life and it's not helping my health. So I just shut it down. I hate to say. And one more thing, the financial markets, whether they're up or down, or whether you're invested in stocks, mutual funds, bonds, real estate, Bitcoin, whatever it might be, just don't look at it every day. Maybe once a quarter, or once a year. Don't obsess over it because, again, it takes so much time and energy, and a lot of it is negative energy. If things start going down and you start feeling horrible, just invest wisely, put your money in good places, and just let the investment do the work. That's my advice. And let compound interest or whatever you're getting over time take over, and don't obsess over it. Have fun on the road RVing. That's what I'm doing. That's what my life is about, and I am really loving it. Okay, I shared a lot with you today. I want to thank you so much for being a friend and a subscriber. If you haven't followed me yet, if you haven't subscribed, the button's down there. Make sure you give me a like. Make sure if you do like what you're seeing on this channel, tell a friend or two about it. Again, a lot of the things I talk about, even though they are RV related, they relate to life as well. So even if you have a friend or a family member who is maybe not interested in RVing, but they want to maybe learn a little bit more about life, check it out. The RV Dummy. He's dumb in a lot of things, but not everything. Right? I can't wait to see you next time. I'll be back, I promise. I hope you will be too. Love, kisses, and everything else. I'm the RV Dummy.